today's video is going to be kind of my spin on a modern pinup makeup. Traditionally, pinup makeup is usually like a black bold wing with a red lip, but instead of doing just a regular wing, I kind of like smoked it out and I merged a smoky wing with graphic liner, if you can see. Yeah, I really like the way it came out. It's just a little bit different. It's not your traditional wing or traditional smoky eye. And then instead of doing like a true red, I added some orange to my lips to make it a little bit more fun and perfect for spring and summer. I really like the way this look came out. I hope you do too. If you want to see how to achieve this look, then definitely keep on watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already.
Okay guys, so the first step is going to be prepping my skin. I already moisturized, but I'm going to be using my lavender and glycerin water. I got this on Amazon. It's a facial spray, and I like to spray it either on a brush or my hands and pat it into the skin. It just kind of preps my skin. It refreshes it before my foundation and smooths out any dry patches. I definitely recommend it. I really do like it. It was in my freelance haul. Now I'm going to prime. I'm going to take my No Poreblem primer by Touch in Soul. I am really at the bottom of this bottle. I need to get a new one, but I'm just using it up. So I'm going to prime my skin, really get around the nose area and any areas where I have larger pores. Now I'm going to color correct. I have a lot of scarring right now on my face. I don't know if it's because of my skin tone or what, but I tend to scar even if the blemish really isn't that bad. I just always get a dark mark. So I'm going to counteract that darkness by applying a green corrector. And then I'm going to be using my NYX Total Control foundation. It's a very liquidy foundation, but the coverage is really good. And I really like it if I pat my brush into the product and then go on my face rather than do what a lot of the girls on Instagram do, which is like apply it directly to the face. I don't really like that method. But as you can see, my dark marks are disappearing because of that color corrector and the foundation. And this is like a soft matte finish. By the way, the shade that I used in the foundation was medium olive. It looks a little light for me on camera, but by the time I put all my other products on, it works out and looks great. I am very pale right now, so it does match me. But now I'm going in with my ColourPop No Filter Concealer in Light 20. I really like the formula of this, but it does oxidize a lot. So definitely go a shade up if you are going to purchase this, because as you can see, by the time I start blending it out, it's almost the same color as my skin. I don't know why it oxidizes so much, but I do like the formula and finish of it, which is why I still use it. But yeah, you're just going to want to highlight the center of your face and in that inner corner there and underneath your eyes. I'm going to take my Ben Nye Neutral Set Colorless Powder. This is just a very lightweight translucent powder, and I'm going to pat it underneath my eyes with my Beauty Blender. I'm not going to apply too much of it, but just enough to set that under eye area, and I'm pretty much going to push it into the skin with the Beauty Blender and then wipe away any excess powder that may still be on the surface of my skin. Now I'm going to take my MAC Studio Fix powder, and I'm going to use the shade NC25, and I'm just going to use this big Morphe powder brush to press it into the skin and just mattify. This also does have a little bit of coverage, so it just kind of covers up any areas that the foundation may not have. Now going in with my BH Cosmetics bronzer, I'm going to use my big Morphe brush here. I'm not sure the name of it, but I do like it for bronzing. I'll list it down below, and I'm just going to bronze up the skin, add some warmth because I was looking very like pale and just one shade, so we want to bring some life back into the skin. And then to add a little bit more structure, I'm going to take my Shade and Light contour kit, and I'm going to use the middle shade and then a touch of the darkest shade, and I'm just going to contour my cheekbones. Now taking my Anastasia blush kit, I'm going to take that coral shade. This has been like my go-to blush lately. I just love the warmth it adds to my face. I personally really love coral blushes or anything with like an orange tone to it. I just think it complements my skin tone really nicely. So I'm just going to apply that, and then we're going to move on to highlighting the face, and I'm using my Nicole highlight palette with Anastasia, and I'm using those two darkest shades there, and I'm going to spray my brush with that same lavender facial spray just to give it more intensity when I apply it onto the skin and really intensify the shimmer in the highlight. Now moving on to eyes, I'm going to take my Huda Beauty palette and that color Sandalwood. I love this shade for my crease. I think it's like the perfect brown. And I'm going to very lightly put that in the upper part of my crease to act as my transition. There's really not too many colors going in my crease. As you can see in the other eye, it's really about the eyeliner, but I did want to add a little bit of warmth and depth to my crease before I went in with the eyeliner. For the liner, I'm going to be using my favorite, which is my Wet n Wild Mega Liner. This is super black and opaque, and it's very inexpensive by Wet n Wild, so I love it. And I'm going to start off by kind of mapping out where I want the wing to be, how long I want it to be. And I'm trying to match it to the other eye, which is always a struggle. And now I'm going to make like the outer part of the wing. It doesn't have to be perfect, because we are going to be smudging everything out with the black shadow. But now I'm going to start, but you kind of want to look straight, see where the fold in your eye is if you have hooded eyes, and go right above that. And I'm just going to start dragging that liner in a little bit. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect because we are going to be smudging it out, but I am going to now clean it up just a little bit with a tiny bit of concealer. Now I'm going to take Black Truffle, which is in the same palette, and I'm going to start filling in that outer corner area and fading it in. The more further in you go, the lighter you want to be, but the outer corner definitely is going to be the darkest with the black, and I'm going to just kind of smooth out the edges of the liquid liner with this shadow. So mind you, it doesn't have to be perfect because you can kind of smooth everything out with the shadow and make it nice and soft. Actually, I don't know if soft's the right word because clearly this look is not soft, but you know what I mean. And then you're going to want to take Suede and just kind of fade that into the lid. Okay, so once you kind of worked on that gradient look with the shadows, you're then going to want to finish off the liner, and I'm just going to line my eye and perfect the wing, and I'm going to bring the liner all the way into the inner corner. Now I'm going to take that Moon Dust shade, which is like a nice shimmery kind of white gold, and I'm just going to lightly apply that to the inner corner of my eye. It's not going to be super pigmented, it's just a little something to, I don't know, brighten up the inner corner of the eye, I guess you can say. And then I'm going to take on a fluffy brush that color Suede and just kind of mesh the lid shade and the outer corner shades together. And then I'm going back in with Black Truffle just to deepen everything up, because as you blend, the color obviously will kind of fade a little bit. So you just kind of want to layer. And then if you want to apply black liner and really keep this sultry and smoky and sexy, you definitely can. But I'm going to open up the eyes a little bit by applying a nude liner. And then I'm going to take the Black Truffle shade and just line the lash line. This is going to give the illusion of bigger eyes. And I just liked personally the way this looked. But if I was like going out at night and I was wearing this, I probably would wear a black liner instead. And now I'm going to highlight the inner corner. I am using that Anastasia Aurora palette, and I'm just taking that first shade and just going to brighten up the tear duct area. I love doing this. I can't do any makeup without doing this step. It's crucial for me. So yeah, now I'm going to take the color Henna, and I'm just going to warm up that crease just a tiny bit. I took the littlest amount. I just wanted to warm it up just the slightest bit. Now I'm going to apply a decent amount of mascara on the lashes, especially the lower lashes, because I was going to be putting on fake lashes anyway, so I didn't worry too much about the top, but I did put like 2 coats on the lower lashes. Now I'm just perfecting and just kind of like winging out the liner and shadow a little bit more, going back and forth. And then I'm going to apply these lashes. I got these on Amazon. I'll link them down below if I can still find them. But they're super wispy and they really get longer on the edges, which personally I like, and I felt like it complemented the look nicely with the shape of the shadow we were going for. And then I just used my Kiss lash glue. And now we're going to move on to lips, and to prep them, I was just wiping them off. I did have some chapstick on, and then I'm going to take my MAC Studio Fix powder and just kind of blank out the lips. This is going to really matte them down, get rid of any moisture, but it's also going to give me a little bit of a blank canvas because we are working with a bright shade, so you want to make sure that you cancel out the color in your lips, especially if they're very pigmented. And then I'm highlighting the Cupid's bow just because personally I like the way that looks. And now I'm taking MAC's Mohogany Lip Liner. I'm going to really line my lips. I did slightly overline, but nothing crazy at all. And I filled them in a little bit on the outer corners. Now I'm going to take that red shade from the Anastasia Lip Palette. I just want to say this is like my favorite red. It's so pigmented, it's matte, it's very comfortable on the lips, way more comfortable than a liquid lipstick, and I really, really love this formula. I wish I could get it like as a single because I really, really do like it. But anyways, I'm going to fill in the outer corner, but I am going to leave a little bit of blank space in the center of my lips because I'm going to be applying the orange corally shade in that same lip palette. I really love like an orange red. I think it looks super beautiful, especially if you have a tan. I don't right now, but I love that color in the summer. And yeah, I really love this lip. I never really do red lips, but I really like the way it turned out today. So that is it for the makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, definitely don't forget to hit that like button, and I will see you guys next time. Have an awesome day. Bye.